Hi everyone, my name is Sophia and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a hair care routine. I've been wanting to do this video for a while and I'm excited to show you guys tips on how I control my frizz, how I keep my ends smooth, how I control oils for like days that I don't wash my hair, and a little bit of how I lengthened my hair. So if you want all those tips, or you have like a similar hair type that I have, which I'll go into my hair profile in a second, then keep on watching. So as for my hair profile, my hair is, you know, a long length. So this is the length of my hair. So it's pretty long. It is a little bit wavy and it can get oily on days that I don't wash my hair. I've had problems with like oils in the past where my like scalp gets a little bit oily, and then I have a little bit of dry ends due to just damaged hair because my ends are where I've colored or bleached my hair, but this is all like natural hair color and natural hair. So yeah, that's my hair profile. I first want to get started with something that's a little bit random, but trust me, this actually has made a difference in my hair, and it's gonna sound like it's a gimmick, but it really has. And it's my satin pillowcase. You can barely see it, there you go. It's my satin pillowcase. This is from the brand Kenzie. This is from the brand Kenzie, and it's just a satin pillowcase. This one's kind of big, so it's like hanging off my pillow. So basically, the reason that I use satin pillowcases over like a cotton pillowcase is because there's advantages of these for your skin and your hair that often go unnoticed. A lot of people don't know this and don't know why people use like silk and satin. By the way, the only really big difference between satin and silk is that silk is natural fibers and satin is synthetic. So silk is normally more expensive. But there's not too much of a difference when we're talking about like the advantages. So the advantages of a satin pillowcase is really simple. Two of the main ones are frizz and breakage. And the reason why it helps with breakage is because your hair is just kind of gliding. It's like a slippery surface. So your hair won't get too tangled, which will prevent it from getting like split ends and having it be more and more damaged, which a cotton pillowcase might do. I'm not saying you need to go out and buy like a pillowcase, but this one specifically, I got a pack of 2 from Marshall's for $15, which was not that bad because I've seen this brand like on Instagram and stuff, and I think it's like probably $25 if you don't get it at Marshall's. So it's cool. It came in a really cute little pack, and I just really like using this. Now on to how I wash my hair. So first off, when do I wash my hair? I wash my hair pretty much every day other than 2 times in the week. Just depends when. Normally it's like on the weekend I don't wash my hair. But I like to wash my hair because it does kind of tend to get oily. But the reason your hair might be getting oily is because you're stripping it from so many oils when you're using all these shampoos and conditioners and stuff from washing your hair too often. So you might want to dial that back, and you'll actually realize that your hair produces less oil because it doesn't have to overproduce oil. Just like your face, where if you don't like hydrate your face enough, it produces a lot of oils. It's kind of the same thing. And also, I think it's like a genetic trait to have oily scalps and like oily hair sometimes. So it just depends. But things that I've found that help that is washing my hair less, and depending on when I like took that time, I do a cleanse day. So I use a cleansing shampoo once a week, and this one's actually also for dandruff. I don't struggle with dandruff, but I used to have problems with an itchy scalp, but I never had dandruff or lice or anything like that. I didn't really understand why. I have really sensitive skin, so I also can have like a sensitive scalp. So I like to use things with no fragrance normally. Not everything in this doesn't have fragrance, you'll see. And just things that are like sometimes medicated or clinical. So yeah. I use this as my cleansing shampoo. I don't recommend this for everyone because, again, this one's like for dandruff and it's the clinical strength one, so it's like kind of heavy. I'm also pretty sure this one has like sulfates and stuff that a lot of people tend to steer away from, and if you're doing that, do that and keep doing that because it's probably really, really helping your hair. But yeah, this is the Head and Shoulders Clinical Strength thing. I don't know why this helps so much, but I think because like dandruff can be produced with oil from the oils in your hair, it helps to cleanse my hair from the oil. Okay. Basically, this really helps with cleansing my hair. I don't know why I got into this. I'm pretty sure my mom was using it, and I was like, you know what, that will really help when I want to do like my cleansing day. You really do need to cleanse your hair at some point just to like get rid of everything. I like to do this when I like have not washed my hair, like the day that I get like back to washing my hair, I use this, and sometimes the day before I start, so that it'll be like a good cleanse and then it'll stay. So it just depends, but I use this normally like once a week, and I like it. And then I use Function of Beauty, which is like something that you've probably seen all over like Instagram. A lot of YouTubers have sponsorships with them. That's how I found this brand, and it actually does work for me. You can find YouTubers that are doing a sponsorship with this and get like a really good code. I also think that online for the Function of Beauty website, they have like a 15% off for the first time user. So yeah, it's really cute because basically what Function of Beauty is, if you don't know, is a brand that you go on and you create like your hair profile. So you say what type of texture of your hair you have, what how oily or dry your scalp is, and then 5 things that you want in your shampoo and conditioner. So what I chose, I think, was like lengthen, oily scalp, curl definition, because it helps with my waves. And then I chose something for, oh yeah, men's split ends or fixed split ends, and something for smooth like hair, like softening. So something like that. Those are like the 5 that I chose, and I always choose this color. You can choose a color. You can also put your name on it. It's really cute. So this one says Function of Sophia, or Sophie. This one says Function of Sophie, and this one says Function of Sophia because I bought these separate times. Normally I do different size bottles just depending on like how much I've been using. That's what I use to wash my hair, and again, I use this kind of like every day. You can also choose a scent, or you can go fragrance free, I'm pretty sure, which is good. It's also a cruelty free brand, so that's really cool. And I really like this. Okay, so after the shower, I use these 2 products, and also I use a microfiber towel. That's really important to mention because if you guys want to combat frizz, you need to use these types of products. A microfiber towel, like the satin pillowcase will really help you. Anything to combat friction will be your best friend, and also humidity. And wet hair outside in the humidity will not help you. When your hair dries, it'll be frizzy. Wet hair going on to like cotton materials, like your pillowcase and stuff, you'll wake up probably with frizzy hair. And then wet hair with like a bad towel that isn't microfiber will produce friction and just make your hair frizzy. So that's like my main tip, because I've always gotten that tip. Friction's like the thing that makes your hair frizzy, other than like humidity. And so microfiber towels are really good for that. Don't ask me why, I'm not a scientist, but I like them. So I use a microfiber towel. Funny enough, it's actually in the same color scheme as this, and these 2 go together. I use a wet brush. This is my wet brush. It's pretty cute. It's really cute. As you can see, a wet brush has like just spread out bristles that will prevent your hair from breaking. So I use a wet brush, and I use the It's a 10 Silk Express Miracle Silk Leave-In. I always use an It's a 10 leave-in, whether it is the keratin one, the regular one, or the silk one. I always like the little It's a 10 Miracle leave-ins because they really help. I also love these in summer. If this video gets watched during the summer, please do yourself a favor and go buy this before you go to like the pool and stuff, and spray it in your hair before you go to the pool, because it'll really help with like the chlorine. It's really good to help with damaged hair, basically is what I'm saying. So I really like the silk product, and I use this and I just spray a little bit in my ends, and I brush it through with my wet brush right after I shower, after like I towel dry for a little bit, and then, you know, that's it. So now on to the things that I do when my hair is dry. I don't do much to my hair while it's wet. Again, I just do the spray, and then I let my hair air dry, and normally I just go to sleep. And then the next morning when I'm doing my hair, I like to use these 2 products. So the first product is this Maui Moisture product. It's the Maui Moisture Smooth and Repair Vanilla Bean Oil Mist for frizzy, unruly hair. This one's a really old bottle. I don't know if they still look like this, but I'm pretty sure they do. This is so good for people who have like drier ends. I have drier ends because they're like the more damaged part of my hair. And I spray this in there because I like it to look a little bit more shiny. I feel like the top of my hair sometimes looks more shiny and just like healthier, but the bottom sometimes is lacking that. So this is really good for when my hair is dry. I just spray like a few sprays on each side and I brush it through with my paddle brush. I love a large paddle brush because I have long hair, so I just want to like, you know, get through it pretty fast. If you have shorter hair, you can get away with just like a smaller brush, but for people who have really long and like a little bit thicker hair, this will be really nice for you to have like a big paddle brush to work with. Okay, listen up please if you have frizzy hair. This is the second product for the dry hair portion, and you need to listen, and you need to listen close because this is the best product for frizzy hair. This will help you if you like wake up and your hair is looking a little bit frizzy and you just want to fix it really fast. This is it. I also like to use this when I've like straightened my hair or whatever and I didn't get like the roots to like stay down, or my baby hairs or whatever. I love using this. It's basically a dry conditioning spray, and it's called the Living Proof No-Frizz Instant Defrizzer. It's so good. The picture on the back shows you how you're supposed to use it. So how you use this is you just spray it downward on your hair, 6 to 10 inches away, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to do. And you then just comb it or like smooth it down with your hand. I don't like to do that. I don't like to use my hand just because that creates more oils on your hair. You don't want to use your hands for your hair a lot because you're just creating more oil because you're always like using your hands. So this is literally my saving grace when I have frizzy hair. It's like the best thing ever, and it's a little bit more pricey, but it's worth it and I love it. So next, in between washes, when my hair gets a little bit oily, this is gonna really help you guys. It's dry shampoo, and you can just find a good bottle of Batiste dry shampoo. This is a little small one. I got like 3 in a pack for I think like $10 at Marshall's. And it's just the tropical scent. Basically all I do is I just spray at the top of my like roots, and I zhuzh it a little bit with my fingers, and I let it sit for a while, and then I brush my hair out. And this makes your hair just feel a little bit cleaner and stuff in between washes. I don't recommend always putting this on. You just want to let your hair breathe a little bit. But if you're like going out and you want to like just put something in your hair before you go out, this is really nice. I also like to use dry shampoo instead of like hairspray when I like wave my hair or something like that, because it holds that stuff in pretty well too. So yeah, and it gives you the volume you need. And then the second product, this is something that I found at Marshall's, and I was super intrigued by it because it's something that you don't really see very often. It's a dry conditioner. So this is the Dry Bar Detox Dry Conditioner, and it weightlessly detangles, softens, and hydrates dry ends between washes. And the smell of this one alone, I love it so much. I like to use this with the original Batiste because the original Batiste doesn't have like a scent, so you can just smell this all day, and I really love it. It's a really good spray. It just makes your hair feel a little bit softer. Again, you just kind of put it in your hair, let it sit for a little bit, and then just brush it out. I just brush them together, and then boom, I just have like cleaner feeling hair on days that I didn't wash my hair, and then that's it. Okay, and lastly, this is something that I don't do too often, but sometimes when I want to accentuate my waves or something like that, I like to flip my hair over. I'm gonna be completely honest here, I don't think I'll be getting a clip of this, so just listen, it's really self-explanatory. This is the Verb Curl Cream. I got this off of Amazon. I don't know if it's discontinued or not, but I couldn't find it anywhere else but Amazon. So yeah, it's just the Verb Curl Cream. You can really use any curl cream, but I like the Verb one. But basically, I just put a little bit of this in my hands, I rub them together, and then I flip my damp hair over. And I want my hair to be like pretty wet here. I don't want it to be just like towel dry, damp. I want it to be like kind of soaking. I flip my hair, and then I just scrunch my hair upward, just like bringing my hair like this up and kind of scrunching it in my hand and then letting it go. And just like doing that until it feels like my hair isn't as wet anymore. And then I flip it back and I let it air dry. And then I'm left with like pretty wavy hair. You also can do it with a t-shirt, and that will really help with frizz. So using a t-shirt, because of the cotton, for some reason, is supposed to really help. When your hair is really wet, you just scrunch it with the t-shirt and it really helps. And it creates good waves. So this is the product that I like to use when I'm doing that. And yeah, that was it for the video. If you guys want like tips about hair like growth and hair regrets and all of that, let me know, because I think that would be a really fun video to like talk about my hair regrets and things that I've done. Like I've box dyed my hair really bad, like colors, and I've like bleached my hair, and just I've done a lot to my hair. And I think that all of these things really helps to lengthen my hair, keep my hair healthy. As long as your hair is healthy, it will probably keep growing. Obviously it depends on the person, but normally it does. So yes, I hope this video was informative and that you liked it, but all of the links will be in the description, as I said before. And also down there will be all of my links for social media, so if you're looking for that, it's down there. And that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video next week.